Coming this year, I'm Kevin McManus, and welcome to Press X. The big story is that Batman Arkham Knight was released this week on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, but it only runs on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It was ported by Iron Galaxy Studios, a team of 12 people who had the job of bringing the game over to the PC, and it didn't go so well for them. The game won't run above 30 FPS on even the highest computers, and even that's a stretch. It crashes, and there's constant bugs. It got so bad that everybody was refunding the game on Steam, and Warner Brothers pulled it, saying it will be re-released in fall 2015. This is why delays are good for the industry. Arkham Knight could have been delayed just one more time. If that were the case, Rocksteady could have ported it in-house, made sure that all the bugs were worked out, and the game could have been released, with everybody happy. Now that this happened, when the game is finally re-released, people will still have a bad taste in their mouth from when it launched earlier and won't want to pick up the game, or just simply won't be interested at all. This is why I'm happy when games like Uncharted, Zelda, or Quantum Break are delayed. It ensures that they're putting extra time into the product and making it the best it can possibly be upon that release. I believe it was Miyamoto who said, "A delayed game is good, but a bad game will be bad forever." I have to agree with that, and even though nowadays when you can patch the game, such as Master Chief Collection, people still remember how sour the launch was and won't acknowledge that the game got better. As far as the actual game goes, the reviews have been fairly high. The biggest complaint I've heard is that the Batmobile seems lackluster. It feels out of place and forced in a world that didn't need it. Other than that, I've beaten the first two Batman games and liked them a lot, but not enough to pick up this one on day one. I will play it later down the road. Moving on to Microsoft, the games with gold have been announced for this month, and they're actually good. So Many Me, Gears of War 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Plants vs. Zombies. My question about this is backwards compatibility. Microsoft recently revealed that you can play your 360 games on your Xbox One, though it's only select games. Will they be releasing these games into that backlog of backwards compatibility so that you can play all of your games with gold games on your Xbox One? If so, that would be huge and add a lot of value to games with gold and Xbox Live. That's a pretty strong lineup. We haven't seen what PlayStation Plus has to offer just yet, but I'm sure they'll release that in the next week. Speaking of PlayStation, DriveClub PlayStation Plus Edition has finally been released. Only 9 months late, Evolution Studios. They announced that the game will launch today, and you're allowed to play the offline mode, and they will slowly be introducing people from the PlayStation Plus Edition into the online. They're doing this to make sure that the servers don't crash like what happened when the game launched. I'm actually scared for Evolution Studios. They had a really rocky launch, and it took them 9 months to get this game out. And even then, they're still tiptoeing and cautious about it. They're not confident in their product. If I was Evolution, I'd be scared of what Sony's thinking right now. They've dropped a lot of studios in the past couple of years, and I'm scared Evolution's next. As for the actual game, I have not yet got to try it, but it's perfect for me. I'm not a racing fan, but they're giving me a sizable amount of a racing game for free to try out. As such, I'll be picking it up, though I'm sure people that are racing fans already have this game. One of the biggest news stories that mattered to me that came out today was that Persona 5's trailer 2 was leaked online. It came bundled with Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which was just released in Japan. Atlus is relentlessly taking down the video on YouTube and anywhere that it appears, but I have gotten a chance to watch it, and I have to say, I'm still impressed. This seems like a different take on the Persona protagonist. It seems like almost an anti-hero. Student by day, but thief at night. I'm wondering if you have some sort of Robin Hood morale to why you're doing what you're doing. Or maybe you're just a terrible person and you like robbing people. As always, the trailer was stylish. It had that black, white, and red look of the first trailer and contained a lot of duplicate scenes. But there was about 45 seconds of new footage, and it got me really excited for this game. It was all in Japanese, so I didn't exactly follow the story, but from looking at the translation, it seemed like the basic Persona things, thou art I art thou, that stuff. With that said, the biggest news about Persona 5 is that their website currently says 2015. Not only that, it's 2015 for both regions, and in an interview, Atlas specifically said, yes, it's coming this year. While I do take that with a grain of salt until we get an actual release date, we will see more of this game pretty soon, and I couldn't be more excited. If this does come out this year, it'll most likely be my game of the year. Speaking of Persona, I also have a special video coming up next week featuring the franchise. So if any of you are a big fan of that franchise, make sure you hit the subscribe button and keep your eye out for that video. I'm very excited to bring it to you, and it's something new, so I'm interested to see how it goes myself. So do you think Persona 5's coming this year, or should it be delayed so we don't get an Arkham Knight situation? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Kevin McManus, and I'll speak with you soon.